Good morning, students. In the previous class, we studied about the Nayakas of Keladi. Today, we will study about the Nayakas of Chitradurga. The Nayakas of Chitradurga have prominent place in the Karnataka history. They ruled as chieftains from the 16th century to 18th century. Look here, the Nayakas of Chitradurga, they have important place in the Carnatic history. They ruled as chieftains from the 16th to 18th century. 13 chieftains ruled this province for about 2011 years. The Nayakas of Chitradurga, they ruled 13 chieftains. As chieftains, they ruled this province about 2011 years. Next, Matti Timmanna Nayaka was the first king of Palepattu. Matti Timmanna Nayaka, he was the first king of Palepattu. His timeline is 1568 to 1589. Then Kasturi Rangappa Nayaka, he is ruled from 1603 to 1652 Common Era. Then Kasturi Chikkanna Nayaka, Bichugatti Baramanna Nayaka, Hire Madakari Nayaka are the famous kings. These are the other famous kings. Okay, now we will see about the Rajavira Madakari Nayaka. He is the most powerful and popular among the Nayakas of Chitradurga. Most of the kings ruled the Chitradurga place, although the Rajavira Madakari Nayaka, one of the famous and powerful ruler. He ascended the throne at the age of 12 years. When he was a 12-year boy, he ascended the throne. Look here, it means 6 plus 6. When he was, according to your age, when he was 6th standard, that time he became a king. He helped Hyder Ali several times during wars, but Hyder Ali became jealous of the valor of Madakari Nayaka. So, Rajavira Madakari Nayaka, he helped the Hyder Ali so many times in the wars. But later, Hyder Ali became jealous about his brave. In order to suppress him, Hyder Ali besieged the 7-ringed fort of Chitradurga. But it was impossible task to occupy such an invincible fort. Look here, when the Hyder Ali ruling at Mysore region, at the time Madakari Nayaka, he was ruling in Chitradurga region. So many times Madakari Nayaka helped in the wars to the Hyder Ali, although Hyder Ali did not accept his bravery. He became jealous about the Madakari Nayaka. That's why he tried to attack the Chitradurga fort. He tried to occupy the Chitradurga fort. That time the Chitradurga fort belongs to the Madakari Nayaka. But it was an impossible task to occupy such invincible fort. The fort is very big and it has a lot of security. That's why that task is one of the important tasks. But the soldiers of Hyder Ali tried to enter the fort after knowing the secret entrance. After knowing the secret entrance, Hyder Ali soldiers tried to enter the fort of Madakari Nayaka. In the absence of watchman, when there is no watchman, that time they tried to enter the fort. At the time, Obawa, the wife of watchman, killed the enemies with her wooden pestle or a onake, that is secret passage in the present fort of Chitradurga and called Obavana Kindi. Look here, in the absence of watchman, Hyder Ali soldiers tried to enter the Chitradurga fort. That time, Obawa was the wife of watchman. With her wooden pestle, Obawa killed so many enemies. when the soldiers trying to enter the fort with by the secret passage. That passage where the Obawa killed so many soldiers, that is presently known as Obavana Kendi. Hyder Ali, who was not prepared to accept defeat, seized the fort once again. Madakari Nayaka was defeated in the fierce war. The dynastic rule of chieftains of Chitradurga province ended with the rule of Madakari Nayaka. Look here. At the first time, they tried to enter the fort with the secret passage, but there, with the help of Obawa, the Madakari Nayaka won that crash. Later, Hyder Ali, he was not prepared to accept the defeat. That's why he tried to occupy the fort once again. Madakari Nayaka was defeated in that war. Thus, the rule of chieftains of Chitradurga province ended. Then, Chitradurga is an attractive hill fort consisting of 7 encircled forts. Chitradurga, that is one of the attractive hill fort. It was consisting of 7 encircled forts. There are several temples and tanks inside it. If you got a chance to visit the Chitradurga forts, once visit it. There are several temples and tanks also inside the fort. Then the Nayakas of Chitradurga built several temples. The Brahmasagara and Bhimasagara tanks are their contribution. Brahmasagara and Bhimasagara these tanks are the contribution of Chitradurga kings. The Nayakas of Chitradurga are known for their bravery and valor. These Nayakas are known for their bravery and valor. Then the Nayakas of Surapura. Surapura in Yadagiri district is situated between the river Krishna and Bhima. Surapura and Yadagiri, that is in the Yadagiri, that is located between the river Krishna and Bhima. From 1637 to 1858 Common Era, 12 Nayakas ruled it. How the 13 chieftains ruled the Chitradurga region, like that there were 12 Nayakas ruled the Surapura. Gaddipidda Nayaka was the founder of this dynasty. Look here, Gaddipidda Nayaka was the founder of Nayakas of Surapura dynasty. His ancestors were in the Vijayanagara army. Look here, Gaddipidda Nayaka's ancestors, those were in the army of Vijayanagara. They are one among the scattered group after fall of the Vijayanagara Empire. When the ancestors of the Nayakas of Surapura were in the army of Vijayanagara, after the fall of Vijayanagara army, they scattered groups. They went somewhere from the Vijayanagara. Later, after getting official permission from Bijapur Adil Shahis, they started to rule from Vaginagera. Pitambari Bharipidda Nayaka made Surapura his capital after constructing it. Pitambari Bharipidda Nayaka, he made Surapur as the capital of Nayakas of Surapur. Later, in accordance with the agreement between the British and the Hyderabad Nizam, Surapura came under the control of Hyderabad. At first, it was under the control of Bijapur Adil Shahi. But later, one agreement happened between the British and the Hyderabad Nizam. After that incident, Surapura came under the control of Hyderabad. Raja Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka. His timeline is 1848 to 1850. 8 Common Era. He was the son of Krishnappa Nayaka came to power. When the Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka came to the power, the news of the first war of independence in India reached Surapura. Look here, when the Raja Krishnappa Nayaka became to power, that time the news of first war of Indian independence, it means Sipahi revolt. That news reached Surapura. Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka had a plan to fight against the British by unifying the kings of South India. Look here. That time, 1857, in the 1857, the first Indian independence war, it means the Sipahi revolt happened. That time, Venkatappa Nayaka, he had a plan to fight against the British with unifying the kings of South India. With the group of South Indian kings, he planned to fight against the British. Then he enlisted Arabs and Rohillas in his army, and he also started to train the army. He made a unity with the Rohillas and the Arabs. He also started to train the army. On hearing these developments, the British officer Thornhill wrote a letter to Campbell on 24 December 1857 and directed him to take immediate action against the Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka. Look here, Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka, he had a plan to defeat the English people, defeat the British. When the British got this news, when he is doing the unity from South Indian kings, that time British officer Thornhill wrote a letter to the captain that take immediate action against the Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka. The British regiment entered the Surapura in 1858 and a battle ensued. In the year of 1858, British army entered the Surapura and there a battle was held. The enraged army of Surapura broke the bones of Stuart. Newbury also fell. Meanwhile, Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka travelled to Hyderabad to bring the special forces of Arab and Rohilla. Look here, when the British army entered the Surapura, there at first this Surapura Nalvadi Venkatappa Nayaka's army got some good movement. That time Nalvadi Venkatappa travelled to Hyderabad to bring the special forces of Arab and Rohilla. The British forces entered Surapura and destroyed it. That time British force entered the Surapura and destroyed the whole kingdom. This is about today's lesson. Remaining topic we will study in the next class. Read well.